Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. I am going to, I'm just going to pause this one to check the audio, I guess. So Cranberry and I recorded something today, and Cranberry was way too quiet and the game was too quiet, so I turned everything up in OBS. However, uh, that's going to mess with Monster Train. Welcome back to another week of, oh my god, the audio. Anyway, how you doing? I actually didn't intend for this to be the video, but then I realized I could just pause once I finish first combat and then adjust the sound, which is going to be what I'm going to do. So the first 30 seconds of this video felt different. I was talking to myself, not you. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm not doing too bad. It's 4 a.m. September 19th, closing in on the end of the year, which some people are being shocked by, but the passage of time has, I've like halfway through 2020, I went, oh wow, time's going fast. And now here we are. I'm not shocked by it anymore. It's just kind of happening. But otherwise, I'm not doing too bad. It's Saturday, so I did not stream and I did not do a community event. However, Cranberry and I recorded something that will be posted on both of our channels probably sometime after I finish up Final Fantasy 13 too, which will be, I don't know, it's been on like a week-long hiatus, but I don't know, we'll finish that up soon. And then I'll move on to what we got here. Oh, we're melting today. Cool. I've been having trouble with Monster Train lately. Like, I don't remember the runs. I think yesterday was George Penumbra. But, like, I'm forgetting these runs within minutes of finishing them. It is rough. Anyway, and in the interest of trying to build myself up a little bit of time, I'm going to begin the question discussion now. This is just going to be one of those, like, I don't know exactly what question I'm going to get out of this, but I'm going to start talking and then we're going to figure it out as we go. So anyway, I want to talk about something that I don't know if I want to say I hate it. I don't really know how I feel exactly about it. Generally, I feel negative. Schrodinger's cat is what I want to talk about here. And I understand the idea of like quantum states and things like that, which are represented by Schrodinger's cat. But I think that the idea itself is strange, right? Because the idea is that you can't, without getting into too much, I don't know too much about this either, but like the idea that the cat is both alive and dead is something that like I get the point, but also it is one or the other, right? And just because you don't know the state, it doesn't really like I don't feel like it should change the outcome, I guess is the point. It gets me thinking about the if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it doesn't make a sound sort of idea, which I feel like there is a more qualifiable, yeah, I think it would make a sound, and I feel like Schrodinger's cat is kind of a similar idea. Anyway, I feel like this is something that a lot of people really like, and I I don't like it. I think it's weird. But not weird isn't right. I don't want to get like mad and gung ho because I'm not mad today. But I don't know. Just talk to just in the comment section. Talk to me about Schrodinger's cat. If you're a big Schrodinger's cat fan, please tell me why I'm wrong. Explain it to me in a way that, other than just it's like a metaphor, dude. Get over it. Yeah. I don't know, man. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about this cat now. Did they perform this experiment, actually? They didn't perform this experiment, right? That would be animal cruelty. Yeah, we've done worse in the name of science. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're melting Hellhorned today. It's Rage Talos, Rage Fell, Patient Seraph. Ugh. Whiplash, Hornbreak, Memento Mori. That is vile. That is absolutely vile. Dude, stop showing me Infused Mallet. Please. I feel like there's a bit of confirmation bias in Monster Train where you'll go and you'll see like a relic or a card or an event multiple times and you'll go, wow, they're showing me this event a lot. We had Whiplash, right? Yeah. I'm gonna click the relic. Lost Luggage is huge here. Wing Steel is also good for what it's worth. However, Lost Luggage guarantees our next two combats through Whiplash. I guess Wing Steel. Let's do some quick calculating, shall we? With our draw being 6 cards every turn, thanks to Wing Steel, which it will be because of Flicker's Liquor and the fact that we have a million, and by a million I mean 9 units. We would die if the bottom 2 out of 21 cards are Whiplash, right? I don't actually know. This is a really interesting question. Because Lost Luggage is going to draw me 5 cards immediately. Wingsteel draws me potentially 8 cards, but spread out. You know, I like Lost Luggage more. When I put it like that, I like Lost Luggage more. I'll take the Spikes trial, it should be fine. Anyway, I do feel like this game has a bit of a confirmation bias situation, where you'll go, man, I feel like I'm seeing this event happen a lot more than it should happen. And the event isn't actually happening more than it should, but it feels like it is because you're observing it or something like that, right? You're seeing, like, you're going, oh man, I just had this before, didn't I? But in reality, it's not quite like that. But at the same time, all of this is to say, man, they've been showing me Infused Mallet a lot lately, huh? They're showing me quite a few Infused Mallets, if I do say so myself. And by quite a few, I mean like 3 in the last 5 runs. This is the thing. We might have had it not show up in a lot of runs recently, but I only remember the runs where it did show up. And that's the crux of my point. Did we have it show up on the last run? I mean, I really do not know, and I will never know. Molded is definitely the pickup here. This is a very good card. Lots of security, very excited to see it. Hidden Passage at plus Reform, it's like, this is a bad idea generally. Because you're usually trying to play imps or play, like, you're not overstacking that much in this clan combo. You're probably bringing your units back or something like that. Or just playing imps or chump blocker. So it comes down to Fortify versus Branding Right. Branding Right does 15 armor, or 20 armor, but for 5 damage. Fortify is 5 armor. I honestly kind of want to skip this. I don't think any of these are good. This is a bit of a, maybe an... Okay, so let me walk you through the idea here. Let's take a little extra time to think about this. I spend a lot of my time not thinking. Don't worry, after this I'm going to check the sound in case you're getting your eardrums blown out by the game or you can't hear me. So here's what I'm thinking, right? 5 armor, not very much. Our unit is Rector, and if we're playing, like, most strategies, 5 armor is not going to be a huge difference maker. You pick this card because you want the 0 energy spell usually, which I don't care for here. Branding Right, big armor. Armor stacking isn't that good in melting. If my units are dying and returning, armor is not going to help them that much if the point is that they die, right? So that's, like, generally I'm not that interested in armor for that reason. So then you think about, like, your own units that you would put Branding Right on if you end up in a Hellhorned strategy, and it's... I just don't think it's great. I think I would rather take nothing here. It's interesting because I would pick Welder Helper here without a doubt, but I don't know. Alright, I'm going to pause the recording and check the audio levels now. It's a lot easier with multiple things to hear. A lot of times I just do my audio tests on the main screen and I don't get very far. So give me 1 sec, I'll be right back. You sit tight. Alright, that took longer than I expected, because if you are paused in the recording, you can't actually click through it, so I just had to sit there and wait for 5 minutes and listen to myself talk. Do I really sound like this? Anyway, I turned the game down just a little bit. It wasn't too loud, it probably would have been fine either way, but just checking, you know, audio issues, they're a pain. Sounded fine, but I think the game I generally keep a little too low, perhaps. Anyway, let me tab back in here. There we go. So what do we want here? Great question. But with no steel shop ahead, I think I'll just grab a Hellhorned banner and see where we end up. Endless 510 Rage 7, yeah. Wow. I'll play Rail Beater, I guess. Railhammer. Oh my god, there's a Sketches here. Man. The Sketches Demon Fiend line sucks. It's not good. Don't play it. It's really bad. It's really bad. You could play Demon Fiend with Flicker's Liquor too. It's just, he's not good. The unit sucks. Now, I did skip armor and then get shown Railhammer right after. Combustible Wax is okay. Let's do some interesting stuff here with Rail Beater, perhaps. Rail Beater, holdover Wicklash game plan. I think it's Railhammer. I'll click an armor card later, it's fine. The Rail Beater doesn't have to be our main strategy, but like the card's just really good. Or the relic's just really good, I should say. The burnout extension is even bad for drag. 34 armor, I don't think he needs a plus 25. Just gonna go. Mark of Invasion. I could just play bottom floor. I also have a large number of torches, so I'm happy to take the small amount of damage we're gonna take for this. Easy to play bottom floor with this Rector. Play the drags first. If we do Steward, drag, we can then ping one time here and clear that floor. Place our rail beater in position, I suppose. I want to play a run with a big rail beater strategy, which is what we're hoping to get out of this one. We're gonna take 0 for the trial. This is a lost luggage difference. The situation arises entirely because of lost luggage in our run. I was able to take this trial, kill everything without an issue. He dies to sweep. Yeah, checks out. That card did 10 damage. Okay, a little worried about that no whiplash draw, but we got it. We got it, don't worry. That boss should be no problem. Yeah. We see where we end up here. So, melee weakness on strike is pretty good, and we could maybe do like a rail beater. I'm gonna get into a weird idea I've had for a run. You do rail beater, Rector, rail beater. You make a new idiot sandwich. First one applies melee weakness for Rector. Second one is your big hitter boy. Gotta find a way to keep him alive though, which is hard. Probably not a great call, but Mortal Entrapment with Memento Mori already in the deck is just, it's very expensive. We do have Flicker's Liquor, but you can grab Explosive. I have seen uncommon cards in every one of my common packs. That's a big problem because the uncommon cards generally are worse than the commons. I think that given the circumstance, I could take Molting Imp. He's alright. Molting Imp and Tombed Explosive together, they do something. Kinda. Put Endless on that bad boy, maybe that card's good, I don't know. Worth a shot. I do feel like I want to play a Remnant Banner idea. I think I should have taken the Burnout extension, because then I can infuse a Burnout onto the Rail Beater. Like if they show me Paraffin Enforcer, I can just put it down without any fear. But that opportunity has come and gone. I don't need more energy for playing my units. I already have Flicker's Liquor. Just Vapor Funnel. Fine. Oh my god, it's Big Sludge. I'm playing Big Sludge on this run. Alright. Yeah, absolutely. There's no... Sadly, we don't have the Stealth Tomb to make this run as free as it could possibly be, but... You ever think about picking Spike Driver and then using him to throw in front of Big Sludge? It sounds terrible, but... He does come with a +1 size. Just think about like 3 Spike Driver colonies together. It sounds pretty bad because you can't, like if they stayed one size and I could play all 4 of them on a floor with another unit, that'd be pretty cool, but it doesn't work that way here. Alright. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with Big Sludge. I think that in terms of rare units in this game, I feel like I would put Big Sludge as one of the more balanced rare units. I think that he's pretty fair. I'm going to ping most of this off. Play on top floor. I don't feel like Big Sludge is too strong. I feel like he has a... his effect that now that it's Harvest Rage 5 is good. Before he was a little weak because it was, I think, Harvest Rage 3 and he was too slow. But since the buff, I think he became pretty good. And that buff was a while ago, to be fair. I'm talking about it like it was recent. He's been good for a while. He's a strong card. Because like he has his upside, but he also has the downside of you have to have room in front of him to play with, and you have to keep him alive. Okay. Having more units die is good for Memento Mori, but like I gotta get rid of these train sewers for sure. Rector dies here, and have I seen molded yet? Yeah, I have. Okay. Just go through these guys. The whole game plan is revolving around reforming Rector here, of course. Yeah, we gave up a slay to the boss. Not too worried about it. Hey, right on time, molded. Maybe even a little early. Big Sludge up there catches any stragglers. Feed the boss 25 armor for fun, I guess. Might actually be bad. Oh no, the melee weakness makes this fine. Yeah, melee weakness makes that no problem. Yeah, good fight, good fight. So, what are we looking for here? Last Stand is fun for Big Sludge. Kinda tempted by this Wax and Spike. Last Stand feels not like it's going to do a whole lot for you here, in my mind. I don't know. I think it's Wax and Spike, really. I like the idea. You just drop like... no, that sounds pretty bad. Feels like it would be good in a different idea. Oh god, Consumer of Crowns? What the hell? Maybe Rail Beater would be the line. I think that Rail Beater is the line that in my mind is the easiest to pilot here, because you put Horned Warrior on him. You give him a little more armor somehow. You just run with that. But man, Horned Warrior Infusion is tough. Can't play branding right with it, among other problems. Anyway, I'm not taking any of these. It's draw and then probably space at the next one, so I have a way to play stuff in front of Big Sludge. If I endless up this tomb and then give it Molting Imp Infusion, I think that'll be pretty good for my game plan for Big Sludge. So we have 2 good hits at the Steel Shot, plus removals, and Fire Health I'm also happy about. Multi-Strike's good for Big Sludge. What am I going to infuse on the Big Sludge? Great question, is probably another Sludge. That one will also be big. Would love to see Endless. No Endless, but that's okay. I'll go ahead and give a Burnout 1 to... I would rather, in this position, keep the Imp when combining these 2 units, because the Imp can work with Queen's Tail. That is my thinking. You know, I'm gonna do something like this, Rage 7 Rail Beater, just to have it. I feel like I skip over plus 25, or 25 gold effects a lot, and I shouldn't be sleeping on them. Cut out 2 Train Stewards because they're bad and expensive to have in the deck. Cut out 2 more, because I forgot this Vortex was here. Assumed I had already gone to it. Belching Purge Pact. Let's take a look. We saw 2 relics. Yeah, we gotta see at least 3 temples, and we do see exactly 3 temples. 25 will go for my Big Sludge becoming Massive Sludge. That'll happen right before Seraph, which is fine. And then another 25 will pick up in Purge Stone. I don't really care that much for, so we'll hang in there. We'll hold off. Take her easy. I feel like Harvest Rector is weird. I don't think he's good to play with Big Sludge because he takes up 2 space. And Big Sludge, you need a lot of room for harvest. You can't really reliably harvest the enemies. Not that worried about this trial. Rector strong. In the next ring, I need to remember to put the Molting Imp together. That's the one you gotta make sure you don't forget here. Gotta make Molting Imp work. What if I play Big Sludge here? I'm gonna go for it. I think it's fine. I'll get a lot of harvests for it. And Rector should be fine on his own here. Maybe it's wrong. Hard to say. Yeah, only time will tell. Make a floor of 4 dregs and then just drop Rail Beater on top. I want to be torching the highest damage here. It doesn't really matter otherwise. I just stop damage when I can. Happening Director. He burns out. But not. And on top 4 we got a Rail Beater. What's in here? Drag? Yeah, I don't want to perform that. I think 7 off is fine. Playing on bottom 4 here though with Big Sludge is the reason I was interested in doing so is because of the boss, right? It is boy boss, and it makes a very big difference in your efficiency going into Relentless if you are bottom 4 versus top 4. It's a very large shift in his damage. Because he goes up by what, 4? 5, yeah. If you play down here, you let the Big Sludge just chill. I can just play my 4 to look like this actually, once we take space as well. Big Sludge, Rector, and then space for the Endless unit. Take Votavary here. Yeah, take Votavary here. Thought about resin removal for a second. Ally of the Ancients doesn't seem that bad. Yeah, helps Rector survive. Yeah, reforming him is good, but you know. So I've been not going to magic shops, but there's not a whole lot I want from magic shops, which is why I don't care. Hold over on and like nothing is particularly interesting. I'm looking for Endless, and another multi-strike would be cool. Yeah, that's fine too. Make very strong Sludge. Gotta be mindful of where I play him on Divinity, but other than that we're alright. Value Stone, Purge Stone. I am going to put Explosive into Molting Imp here. Yeah. You may notice, as I have noticed, that if I play a line here where I try to self-infuse Big Sludge, I cannot play Sludge, Rector, and the Implosive. So I think what I will do instead is put Rail Beater into Sludge, because Rail Beater just gives some armor, right? Armor 30. That's not particularly high value. And instead I could take like a Value Stone plus a plus 10, right? And that does seem a little bit better when you get right down to it. Value Stoning Memento Mori is good. Yeah, I don't think that the Rail Beater idea is particularly interesting when you give it a little more scrutiny. I think I just remove this guy. Do I remove him now? You can stay for now. Might actually keep him to the end because it's Patient Seraph. Maybe he can buy me a little time, you know? He's good for that. Arc of Invasion is free, we have Vapor Funnel. Sweet boss, but I picked up some armor for the boy. I do like continuing to play bottom 4 until the game gives me a reason not to. I think it's fine. Yeah, I wish I had taken space though upon looking at this one, yeah. Let's play. I think I should play this Explosive in. I want to play it and put it in the Reform pool because that's the best way to maximize our value out of it, I suppose. I'll be able to bring it back later if I never see Endless, which is fine. Missing Endless here, really, it's not the end of the world if I don't pick it up. I would like to see it, but if I miss it, it won't be so doomed. Watch yourself as well. I mean, by watch yourself, I mean watch me. I bet over the course of this run, one time I put Burnout onto the Big Sludge, and then I'll have to reset. It feels like the sort of thing I'm in the mindset to do. I just double Horn Break. Vector is going to die, but this Big Sludge is going to do big damage to the boss. And that is big acceptable. He's doing 300 damage. 10, 12, yeah, we can actually, never mind, Vector, we just get a fresh one. Pretty slick there, don't you think? And now we have no chance of death. Boss stands no shot of defeating us here. Yeah, Big Sludge is just doing like 300 damage pretty casually, which is nice. Sacrificial Resurrection is the only card I haven't seen here before. Doesn't seem particularly good. Resin removal. Eh. Go either way on it. I'm happy to pick up branding right now. The idea of the run has changed, so branding right has become better. Go ahead and hit the right path here. Magic Shot could show holdover. Holdover -1 on molded is okay. Holdover -1 branding right is also okay. Not really that interested in that one. Holdover Memento Mori isn't bad. I think it's molded. I don't have to play it, but once I get the imp, it's going to be nice to have the ability to play it. Put a +10 or +20 consume onto Hornbreak. We reroll for -1. Slap that onto branding right, because this is a money, right? Yeah, this is a money which I'm taking. Put a -1 at branding right. Cost downs aren't that important. That's a lot of damage offered to me right there. I want to do something different though. I wish I had gone here first because we could add -1 holdover for the greater good. I want to do for the greater good. I always pick melee weakness. I think melee weakness is the best by a lot. I think that, or no, not really. I actually think the sap is the best by a lot here. You put sap on this imp just crushes the run. We have this holdover -1 molded, that imp crushes. However, I don't want to do that today. I want to do for the greater good because for the greater good is different and I never play it. That's what we're doing here today. I think that it will get in the way of my imp, but that's okay. I'm going to do everything in my power to make for the greater good as possible for me because I want to play it. So I could play a higher floor here. I think I'm a little bit incentivized to as well, but at the same time, yeah, let's play it top floor. I want to not play this imp on the statue because I want the statue to live so I can get a harvest on it. Do all 5 drags turn 1. Crazy. Really good because I just turn through them real quick and make Memento Mori a better card. Making Memento Mori a better card is pretty good. It's worth it. Play Voda very first here because you have 2 hits of cards that I would want to hit. Yeah, we hit for the greater good there. Huh. The summon from for the greater good also triggers Flicker's Liquor, which is cool. Oh, did I put this guy in the wrong position? I did put this guy in the wrong position. I looked at that for a second and I was like, what's wrong about this? I figured it out, don't worry. Best thing to do here is actually let Rector die, I think. But then again, the Conduit Redirector is a little bit in my way in that idea. Let's do some thinking. Yeah, alright on that one. Let's do some thinking here. I gotta figure out how I'm going to undo what I have done here. There's a few ideas. You could just leave the Conduit Redirector. My life for Pyre? The redirector's on our side, huh? Wow. You could just kill it with Hornbreak and then let Rector die and then reform him next turn. Play Alloy of the Ancients, ping the 9/2. That seems to be the best idea. And we'll fix this. This is my bad. I didn't mess up in the way that I expected, but I did mess up on this run. And that's okay. Oh, are those spikes 3 permanent from the redirector summon? Kinda neat. Definitely take space for Votivary on the turns between where we have the unit from for the greater good. We'll have like Votivary sneak in or some imps, things like that, right? Definitely worth it. Run feels very good though. Big Sludge, he's very strong, especially when you hit double multi-strike like this. Yeah, hey, that's a permanent +5. Neat. Come back, Drag. This Rail Beater's still alive down here. It's just been setting us up. Oh, he was quick too. Wow. A shame that that was a 20 damage sweep we just got forced to eat there, but not much you can do about it. That's Rage Fell. Rage Fell is a curse. Oh wait, look at this tech. You reform Rail Beater to let him hit for 1 melee weakness and then return to his slumber. I've been not playing this out the perfect way, I will acknowledge. I've been like skipping votive areas and things like that. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I don't think I need to be maximizing to that degree. Maybe it should be, I guess, but I would just want to be lazy. It'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. I have for the greater good here. What is this? This is enemy units gain melee weakness 1? It's not that good, actually. It's alright though, I can play this all out and be fine. So apparently have done like 500 damage to Fel, which I didn't notice. I don't know when that happened, but apparently it happened. Get him, Votivary. Votivary just robbed me of my melee weakness. That's alright. I don't mind. I don't think that Fel has much of a chance here, to be fair. It's a shame these guys are made cardless. It'd be cool if I could perform them. Oh, he just dies because Fel's doing a lot of damage. I see. Yeah, it's like 45 damage per swing. Oh hey, Fel wins actually. Huh. Close, actually. Surprisingly so. He just does a lot of damage at 80 pack shards. Rage Fel has ridiculous scaling. Very, very big scaling. Transcend him. He doesn't do much. Olive Halls? Hey, you know something I didn't consider is? The Molting Imp Infusion gives more damage than the Entombed. This is something that I actually forgot until just now. It just hit me when seeing this Transcend Imp. It'd be better to put Molting Imp on Entombed Explosive because you get 15 damage instead of 5. That's a good point. I didn't think of that. I don't play any of these cards though. Hallowed Hall's no way. If we get an Imp Relic, I'll feel pretty genius, but, you know. Kind of want to go left. Right path, Steel Shop. It's alright. Seeing a cool relic here is good though, like any raid relic is neat. I need to close my window, give me 1 sec, it's kind of cold. Alright. I'm just looking for Endless for the Imp, but I already have it in a sense with Holdover Molded, so you know what? I'm going for the relic in the event. Try and stop me. Hey, double summons. Does that do anything for me? I don't think it really does. Makes my Molting Imp do 10 damage instead of 5. That's not really that good. I don't think there's any summons in for the greater good also. I'm gonna reroll. Ah, look at this, we got the Tomb Relic instead. Too bad. So it was like doubly bad, but like insult to injury bad. I don't need the energy though, so it's not that big of a loss. Nothing particularly cool here. Captioning skills would be interesting. It just drops me to, it gives me 210 gold, so you get 45 gold for that. I'm gonna say goodbye to Rail Beater. I don't think he's contributing that much to me here. And I think it's Dregs go next. Although Dregs do just pump up Memento Mori, and we draw them all really quick. I'm okay actually. I'll just leave them in for Memento Mori value. Crapshoot Polyclaw, not really the event you want to see there. I have so much money. What do I spend it on? Should have taken Sinner's Salve, I guess. Click the invasion trial here. I'm not afraid. I should be a little afraid. So the reason that last combat looked worse than it actually was, there's a very good reason why that combat looked so close, and it's because we ate a 20 damage sweep onto Big Sludge. This guy should have big health going into Relentless. Do an extra Slay in here, or Harvest I should say. Can also just make the played better over the course of the run. Or over the course of the next ring, I should say. Now you want to do it like this. Hang on. How do you want to do this? I bring back a drag, right? Drag has 8 HP. These do 10 in 2. I can do this, right? We play one, kill it with Memento Mori, Torch, and then you play the other. That's your best line. Yeah, we're gonna take some curses, take a little bit of cursage, but it'll be alright. Let's get the drag down for this. Bring in my boy. I'm gonna do it 2 ahead of time because I want to get cards to 0. Oh, we got stealth. Okay, I was wrong actually about the. I was wrong about the for the greater good. It does not work how I thought it did. It does not trigger flickers. I was incorrect. I missaw. That's okay. Thank you, Vapor Funnel, for catching this one for me. His combat damage output is so low, the stealth enemy's not even gonna die in 1 round. Why did I draw this card? Oh, Votivary died. I got it. Yeah. Vapor Funnel's gonna save me like 20 damage, something like that. Pretty good, all things considered. I've been lazy over the course of this run, but I am starting to actually play out my cards here a little bit. Now that we're in the higher combats, I should stop BMing the game. Give the game the credit it's due. It could kill me here if it wanted to. I almost did it. What'd I tell you? Almost did it there. You saw it. I hovered it for a second. I was telling you. I told you earlier. Might happen. Almost did it. Stopped myself. Barely. It was very close. 13 is the exact amount of damage I would want a unit to be able to take here. Oh, actually it's 19, but it's any number between 10 and 19. And I'll play for the greater good here. It's a fun card to play. I'm still learning what they do. Big Sludge took 9 from Spikes, I think. Hey, stealth. That's alright. Yeah, Big Sludge does big damage, but I need to have a little more of a consistent armor plan than what I have. Although that wasn't a good look at the combat because of the curses, which are not very indicative. So I'm not too worried. Even with +4 in Flame. Never. Could click Inferno here. I think Inferno's actually kind of bad for you. I'll click Tiresome Climb. That's a good card here. Pick up a drop cage too. I'm gonna go left. What do you got for me? Ah, the other Tomb Relic. I am eternally the fool. Cheater's Hand, Refracting Lenses, Faulty Loader. Might just click all of those. We'll take a look. Holdover -1 for the greater good. Hey, only thing that could be better? Value Stone. Alright, too bad. We'll do holdover -1. I'm doing it on for the greater good. Branding Right's the better option there because it gives you a lot of armor for Big Sludge, but this is cool. Holdover on any other card is better, but I'm doing this because it's fun. I'll go ahead and cut out a drag or 2. I need to make this deck a little bit smaller. Cut out a torch. 300 gold, that's a lot to spend. I'm gonna stop. I like to spend my money first. Hornbreak has been very good to me. I don't want to kick it out. Clear a drag. Probably clear 2 drags, I guess. It's not that exciting though. Doesn't feel like it makes my deck that much better. I could cut a torch. I don't think I need them. I'm always wary of getting rid of all of the torches, but I think you could do it here. I'm gonna buy Faulty Loader. Don't forget 10 pack shards. I'm gonna get rid of my last torch. That seems fine. And while we're at it, I have the money to spend. I may as well grab a -1 for Tiresome Climb. No reason not to. Patient Seraph actually shouldn't be too bad. Yeah. We'll have have to look for the greater good units to bait Seraph out. Oh god, I have to click that. Oh, gross. Plant our boys. We want to leave a drag up here, but it doesn't have to be this one because then I don't take the Ember Drain. Leave a drag up here, take the hit for you. I will ascend Seraph. It's 200 and something damage. It feels worth it. It also dazes him so he never hits me here, which is interesting. Put away dead weight. Generally I'm just gonna click dead weight. Stealth. Works, I suppose. I shouldn't rob myself of harvest here, I guess. As I just did with this wave. Probably wrong to do. You shouldn't rally off before the greater good here. Yeah, hey, quick quill marksman. I could probably even just drop this molded. I don't think I need to play it anymore. I should make sure I get out these units. I don't think I need to play this molded though. Split this guy off. Just in case, you know, it's a good idea to split him off. It shouldn't need to. But it doesn't hurt. I think I've already titled an episode in the past for the greatest good, but this episode will also probably be titled something in the line along those lines. Something in that vein, if you will. I wanted to do it, and the game gave me the opportunity. I gotta say, thank you to monstertrain for this run. It is very fun. Very good time. I like playing these units. Yeah, keep the silent marksman alive. Why not? It's like 2 layers that the melee weakness has to penetrate. I'm gonna simplify these turns for my brain and stop playing Vodavary. You don't lose anything for not playing her. She's neutral. I guess like what I mean by that is when I draw Vodavary, I guess no, you do have to play her actually, or else you're losing a draw. Nah, you're right. I'm saying nonsense there. Ah, sycophant. What do you do here? I think I'd like my Erector to not take 64. How does he take 64 here? 10 kills in 1 hit. 30, it should be 62, right? Why is it 64? Oh, because of the kill. I always forget to factor in the fact that the Shadewing kills. If you were making a bingo of these episodes, you could definitely put on forgets that Shadewing gets 2 damage on a kill. This saves in like 15. I guess it's better just to put the branding right on him though. Maybe you could make slightly better usage of that branding right idea, but not me. I think you could probably get a little bit more out of it, but I'm not doing it. Made it through without any melee weakness going on to Rector. That is pretty incredible. I Vodavary, get in there. I want her to live Vodavary. Or not live, but like... The way that I did this is intentional, is what I'm trying to say. I also save some damage there, and that's fine. I don't want to redraw her, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because I think that that is not conducive to the plan. Feels like I should have more energy, doesn't it? Maybe not. Oh, Seraph kills me pretty hard here. I can fix this. I am not worried. What a difference playing Vodavary makes. This Vodavary, playing this Vodavary represented like 1100 damage on Seraph there. That is pretty incredible. Because it lets Rector live 1 more round, right? I think is what happens here. I'm just gonna let it ride like that. I'm not gonna play any more cards. Yeah, it lets Rector live 1 more round at 3 HP. Thanks to Vodavary getting played there. And that kills Seraph. about it. Thanks, what a very cool. Yeah, this is the combat that I took Faulty Loader for. I have Tiresome Climb as well for the Divinity on the top floor. Free Harvest, we got a lot to like here. I got rid of all my torches, didn't I? That's okay, we have Molting Imp. Votivary can hang out until we get for the greater good at least. I want to put some armor to... Actually probably put most of my armor to the big sludge. Lord of the Sludge. Kill my own Votivary. That seems like a good turn. No for the greater good yet. I am just gonna put Molded away. I'll leave it in case I want to play it myself, but just, you know, put it away. Don't think about it. Don't worry about it. Saving damage is fine. And finally we get into for the greater good territory here. He lives. The sycophant. Could kill him myself here. Yeah, I think I will. That seems right. Let's me replay Votivary up here, which is worth one more harvest if I kill him myself, is the reasoning that I am giving you. We're a little slow looking on scaling here though, I can't help but notice. It's not looking great. Yeah, permanent +3 spikes? Never mind, I feel excellent. Okay, let's look at the next wave here. I want to daze the boss and just give myself 2 rounds off, which is in my game plan here. Harvest wave. I should have killed some of the enemies on the harvest. I should have killed the spikes enemy with the Hornbreak, I think, last turn, but I didn't. Here we are, nonetheless. Yeah, this is gonna be gross. It's gonna be a lot of damage. We hit stuff. It's still gonna be pretty gross, actually. Can at least kill the spikes. I should have killed this Wilt Wings when I had the chance. I did not. Here we are as a result. Go ahead and let this Molting Imp pop in and hit this Protector. Drop him a little low. I shouldn't die for this, but it's gonna hurt quite a bit. I don't think he hits me 10 times, but he hits me for a lot. Yeah. Takes like half my health. This curse for the rest of the time. Yeah. Hey, another one of those. Not bad. I'm gonna hit the boss with a little daze. That Memento Mori. Go ahead and keep playing this Molting Imp on turns where it makes sense to, like this one. Can work through the spikes enemy pretty quickly. Make sure I keep putting armor onto big sludge from this position, I feel. Keep putting away Weight of Contrition. I think we should have this. It was a little bit touch and go there. I wasn't actually convinced when I saw that harvest wave go up. But maybe I did not have it here. Dazing the boss is worth more than Branding Right, and we hit Branding Right as well. But dazing the boss, actually it's not worth more. Branding Right's worth 24, or no, Branding Right's worth 19, dazing the boss is worth 18, but it's a infinite 18 versus a finite amount of armor that you can get on the other one, if that makes sense. Hopefully that one does. Check out for you. Ooh, I lose my turn here. That's too bad, but for the greater good. Well, Votivary might hit it. Not too bad. I mean, hitting the saving me damage option is pretty good, to be fair. I should have held it over, but I didn't want to take the curse. We're at the end anyway. We win? Yeah, we win. It was a little scary, I will admit. The good thing about Burnout Rector is if you give him enough burnout, He will just most of the time kill just kill the Divinity on top floor. He does like on his own at full health. This Rector does 145, 145 does less, right? But my 220, 100 health Rector does like what? Like is 7, 6? It's like 6 rounds. He does like 1200 damage on his own. It's a big chunk. It was a fun run. I never really felt like that run came together though. I don't know, this run felt weird. How do I put it? I never felt like I went, oh, aha. I guess we saw Big Sludge, but Big Sludge was never really enough on his own. Like, we just kind of like started changing things up until, boom, I put Rector in front of Big Sludge one time, and then all of a sudden it worked. That's fine too. Like, the run was good, it won. And it has Big Sludge in it. I should not call this for the greatest Sludge. That's what this one's gonna be called. Absolutely. A banger run. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.